Hey everybody, StogieFarts here, and I'm gonna light up a pipe real quick, so give me 1 second. Smoking my my Dagner pipes. This is a Dagner poker. Inside is some Sleepy Hollow from Strauss Tobacco. Excellent aromatic. It's been a while since I've smoked this. You know, what's funny is when I first started smoking the Sleepy Hollow, I wasn't a big fan, but now it's probably been my #1 aromatic for 2014. Now, so you can see I'm smoking my Dagner pipe. I'm wearing my Dagner apparel, and there's a reason for that, because I just finished watching one of their latest videos, and Jason Dagner was explaining how he just lost his job after 16 years. That's a long time. For people that haven't worked a job for that long, you may not understand the impact of that, but that's longer than most marriages. You know, when you're with a company or a group of people for that long, it becomes part of your life. I mean, it's a very powerful thing, and to lose that after such a great amount of time, it could be, depends how you look at it. It could be devastating, or it could be a challenge, a blessing in disguise, something to make you a better person and shift your focus. And that leads me to the whole purpose of this video. Excuse me, still getting over being a little sick. So let me smoke some tobacco. I was in a similar situation to the Dagners, Jason Dagner in particular, and that is, I was with a job, well, it wasn't 16 years, but it was 10 years, which is still longer than a lot of marriages seem to last. But, I was with a job that paid me a lot of money. So I live in California, which is notoriously expensive. I was working in the Silicon Valley, and this job, I don't want to get into numbers of what I was making, but I mean, it was a lot of money. How do you explain? I don't know how I would explain a lot of money without saying the number, but it wasn't six figures. Let's just say it was over 70,000, okay? And, I'm working this job. It's steady. It's got the 401k, it's got the benefits, it's got all that stuff. But I wasn't happy. I was not happy. You got to deal with a lot of bullshit. It was an hour and a half one way to drive there, so I was spending 3 hours a day in traffic. And during that whole time of working at that job, being miserable but doing it because it had some security, I decided I would start my own business. And for those of you who know me or been following my channel, I started a magic company, magic trick company, entertainment, novelties, stuff like that. Did it on the side, figured if something comes of that, great, and if something doesn't, well, then I still have this miserable job that I'm secure in, that I've been with. Make a long story short, I always wanted to leave my job, but I could never do it. I could never walk away from the money. I couldn't walk away from the security. No matter how miserable I was, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Even though I had my own company now that I started on the side that now was able to support me and my family, even though I had that, I couldn't dedicate myself full time to that because I would have to walk away from my full-time other job in the corporate world. And make a long story short, this leads me to two of the main philosophies that I have in life. These are things that I believe, that I follow, and maybe they'll help you out too. The first thing is, I walk through this life with the belief that all things happen for your greater good. No matter what happens, good or bad, they all happen for your greater good. And the second thing that I believe is that the universe has a way of making decisions for you. And what I mean by that is, I can never leave my job. I can never walk away from it. Even if I wanted to devote myself full-time to my business, I was never able to do that. But the universe has a way of making decisions for you. I was put into a position that was completely outside of my control, that basically made me lose my job. I won't say I was laid off, because they didn't say you were fired, but they basically put me in a position that forced me to walk away. It was a position that, I couldn't foresee happening. I had no control over it, and it made me leave my job outside of my control. And when that happened, it was a devastating thing, because I was there for 10 years, and there was a big chunk of money, and it was security, and it was the 401k and the benefits and all that stuff that comes with a job. But part of me also felt freedom, that I was finally able to get away, I was finally able to do what I could never do on my own. And that was walk away from that. The universe found a way to put me in a position and make a decision for me where I couldn't do it myself. And sometimes that'll happen in your life, where you find yourself wanting to do something and not sure how you can do it, and circumstances seem to happen that'll point you in the right direction. So that's why those two things I live my life by, which is, all things happen for your greater good. So whether you lose your job, whether you're put in a position that completely makes you feel like you got no other options, somewhere, somehow, that's happening for your greater good. There's a reason why it's happening. You can choose to look at the negative and get down, or you can look at it like, okay, this is where I now find myself in. This is the situation that is presented to me. I didn't choose this situation. It happened to me. Now what do I do? And you go with the direction you're being pointed in. And that happens no matter who you are. It doesn't even, I would say last month, before I get there, so for me, I lost my job. I ended up devoting myself full-time to my own company, and I've been doing that now since 2004. So that has its own challenges, and last month I had a big challenge again where I lost a huge revenue stream. Didn't know what I was going to do. It was outside of my control. Things got a little scary there. It was a really dark time for about 3 weeks, and things found a way, and now I'm doing better again. So I always try and look at the positive and live my life with those things in mind. Hopefully you guys do as well, or maybe you can take something away from this video as far as thinking about that all things happen for your greater good, and the universe will make decisions for you. It'll make those choices for you when you may not know how to make a choice. You know, you might want to walk away from something. You might be in a bad situation and you don't know how to get out of it. Well, something will happen that will put you in the position that you're supposed to be in. So, like, you know, when I was watching Jason's video, you know, that's all I was thinking is, man, it sucks 16 years to be with the job and then you get laid off. But there's a reason for that. And, you know, now you have some freedom to be creative and to do these things that, you know, that you're probably meant to be doing right now and not be locked down. You know, think of the things you can do right now that you couldn't do when you were with this job. You know, and then you pursue those. What can I do now that I couldn't do then? Ah, here's what I can do. And then you go with that. So anyway, this wasn't just, you know, a video for Jason or about Jason. It's just for everybody watching this video. I think we can all take away something from it. And that's just sort of my philosophy. So, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to finish smoking this pipe. You know, a lot of people ask me, in fact, I get this every single day. A lot of messages, you know, hey, I'm a new pipe smoker. What are some good pipes? What do you recommend? Dagner pipes. Okay. Show them some support. Go to dagnerpipes.com. Pick yourself up one. I tell you, these things smoke great. They look great. Friggin', you know, they're beasts. They're machines. And I can't say enough good things about these pipes. So support Jason. You know, especially now with what's going on. Go to dagnerpipes.com. You know, get a pipe, get a shirt, get a beanie. I wear my beanie all the time. I'm not wearing it now because it's actually a beautiful day out here in sunny California. And anyway, that's it. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for subscribing, following me on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. And we'll talk to you later.